And now, coming to you live from the tri-state area and San Francisco, California, it's the best part of Wednesday, Waffle Box, with your hosts, Mike Fish and Kush Hayes.
Ooh, welcome to Waffle Box, a podcast where we talk about anything, everything, and nothing all at the same time. Coming up on episode 40, we're talking about Kanye West doing Kanye West things. Dua Lipa, she's got new rules, but she don't follow some of the laws, and so much more. I am Mike Fish, and I am joined, as always, by my right-hand man, Mr. Kush. Hey, Kush, how you doing, my man?
What's good, y'all? 40 hours of the Waffle Box, Mike. It's pretty hard to believe, dude, but we're here, and we're going to keep chugging along. I'm going to have a review for the Batman later tonight also. It'll be spoiler-free, but we're going to talk about some stuff.
We are going to talk about some stuff. But how you been? What's the word in the street in the past 7 days in San Francisco?
Not much, man. It's been thankfully very quiet. Apparently my motorcycle gang has ridden off, and I can now once again wander around my house like a free man. Otherwise, nice. We spoiler alert, we enjoyed the Batman. We're going to talk about that again later tonight. But it's not a perfect movie, and we'll get into that in a bit. Otherwise, we've been just chugging along, man, knocking out the second season of the Kick-Ass Movie Podcast, doing episodes of the Microdose, getting ready for the Unnamed Footage Festival Part 5 coming up in 2 weeks.
Dos. Nice. Guess what we're up to, right? So this past week, I need to get something off my chest, something to vent.
Uh-oh.
So
what happened, Mike Fish? Break it down.
On Sunday, we went for a nice, relaxing massage, right? To get away from the stress of the world, worked it out. And so when we got there, so they asked if we request, say, do you want a male masseuse or female masseuse? Do you have a preference?
It's always a tricky true or false.
Right. So I was like, because I wanted a nice, soft, relaxing massage. So I was like, I kind of want a woman, but also I don't want that awkward situation where I'm requesting a woman, then I look like a sleaze bag, I don't want to look like that. So I was like, there's
no way around it.
There's no way around that.
Your intentions could be so pure and so innocent, and you still kind of come off like a sleaze bag.
Yeah. So I was like, I don't care. Like, whatever works. And so I'm laying face first, as you do, and it's a man comes in basically, and he's like doing his thing, and I swear this guy is like trying to force me through the table. This is how like rough and hard it was. So, oh my God. But that wasn't the worst part of it. The worst part of it was
hard Swedish massage. Yeah.
It was, it worked everything out. My God. It felt like I worked out afterwards. But the worst bit was obviously so with the couples thing. So they put us in the same room, which was fine.
Cool.
Up until the point where the two masseuses just started having a conversation.
Oh.
So this is supposed to be relaxing, but they're like talking away to each other. Mm-hmm. And then, you know how sometimes when you have a massage, they have that like the relaxing, calming music, and you hear the waterfalls or whatever that, it's that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the white noise.
So they were playing that for a portion, and then suddenly it was just stopped. And for a good 25 minutes, it was just silence. There was like no music whatsoever. And it was so quiet, even like the person in the room over, they were very popular apparently, because all you could hear was their phone vibrate. And so that, like when you're like laying in a dark room, but you can hear the clock ticking. And then once you notice it, it's so loud. That was all I could hear. Like, Then
this is one of the most unprofessional massages you could have, Mike Fish. I'm telling you from experience.
To top it off,
more.
Eventually, the music did come back, but I'm guessing it was just being played from someone's phone, and they didn't bother to get like Spotify Premium or something. So after a while, some commercials started playing. It was like brilliant. It was like what a day, what a night. It was. I had some stories to tell from it, but it wasn't the most relaxing of massages ever. But still,
I was in a situation right up until the pandemic where I was like a secret shopper for a spa that will go unnamed. So the gimmick is I make an appointment, they send me a gift card, I go to the appointment, and then like I survey everything there and send them like a 7-page document at the end of my hour. Okay, but no one else knows I'm there. They all just think I'm a regular guest or whatever. Woo woo woo. And again, the one question always comes up and it's like, do you want a male or a female masseuse? And I have to be very casual about that. So I'm just like, who's ever available? Yeah, again, this is a random audit that they don't know about. So like I can't just be picky. Like whoever. So I've had men, I've had women.
I want green eyes and blonde hair.
Ooh, yeah, Mike Fish talking about music here. I can tell you, I've had super duper professional people where like you go over everything. You're like, hey, just for everybody's sake, here, stay above the waist. All my problems in my shoulders and my neck. Definitely don't touch my feet. Like just focus everything here and on my neck. That's what I need. And most do. Couple have gotten accidentally kicked because they went for the feet, and well, I'm ticklish. So
you warned them.
I warned them. I've had the tallest, lankiest masseuse, and I can feel all of them on my back. I'm just like, ew. I've had the shortest, yet somehow bustiest female masseuse, and all I can feel are her fingertips. Like, I don't know if she had like an extra step ladder or whatever. Super professional as opposed to like, yeah. So you had a rough weekend, dude, and I'm sorry to hear that. Like this should have gone way better for you.
What I'm saying is that I'm glad that this wasn't one of those happy ending places, because he would have ripped it off how he was going. Jesus.
Well, that's a good story for parties too.
Indeed. We'll save that for episode
69.
Oh, I was thinking it, but you said. Anyway, let's crack on with the first. Yeah, I'm sure you wasn't the only one. First story of the week. Not speaking of happy endings, obviously Kanye West and Kim Kardashian parted ways many weeks ago, and Pete Davidson swept the lady off her feet. And as you can imagine, just from his historical outbursts, Kanye West took this very well. So he has been on social media a lot. He's been.
Wow, that was a great pause there, Mike.
Thank you. A dramatic pause. He has been doing a lot of social media work, try to trash Pete Davidson. So far, almost quite like did you see the Avengers poster that he made up of him and his friends and Pete Davidson and his friends? And it was like the Captain America Civil War poster. It's fantastic. Yeah, that's how far he's gone.
That was Kanye actually did that. Like that wasn't just like some dork fan who happens to like Marvel and Pete Davidson, or
he posted it on his social media. I'm pretty sure he's not the one sitting there on Photoshop.
He endorsed it.
He endorsed it.
He endorsed it. Oh no. Oh no.
Oh no. So the next, I don't even want to say the final step. The next step in this evolution, Kanye West released a new music video for a song called Easy from his new album Donda 2, which you can only get if you get his player, whatever it's called. I can't remember. But anyway, that's another story for another day. So this guy, you've seen this music video, right? Easy by Kanye West featuring The Game.
This is the claymation stop motion animation thing with Pete Davidson being decapitated.
Yes. So
okay, I've seen that part.
Yeah. So as this article says, I'll read it word for word. One scene in the dark video features an animation of Saturday Night Live comedian Pete being buried by Kanye. Quote, "God saved me from the crash so I can beat Pete Davidson's ass." Don't think that's the case, to be honest. I mean, I'm not even going to get into the whole God thing, but I'm pretty sure God didn't save you from a car crash that happened 14 years ago because I
Only
got
14.
something in mind for you, buddy. There's this comedian. I can't stand him. I'll introduce you to him later. But anyway, get on with College Dropout. So as a cartoon, he's dragging what appears to be a restrained Pete Davidson with a bag over his head. The rapper then removes the bag from Pete, whose body is in the ground, and he sprinkles seeds over his head. Not quite sure of the meaning behind that, the metaphor, but still not taking it very well, old yay. The old mucker. What's your thoughts on this?
This is incredibly sad. Like Kanye West has already been unstable. And you want that man to get professional help and just stay off the radar and stop doing things, dude. Like you're embarrassing your people and yourself by all of this. And hey man, I've lost girls, not as close as Kim Kardashian, but I've lost girls to dudes who douchey as Pete Davidson. And again, I don't know Pete Davidson. I've still paid no attention to this man, but I still want to punch him in the face. Does he? Okay. I don't know. I get a weird vibe off him that I just want to punch him in the face. And I've not, outside of his movie, I've zero knowledge of him. This ain't the way to do it, Kanye West. You need to just like pump your brakes. I heard you're having money issues, but I bet you still got enough money. You could take like 5 years off, live conservatively, and just better yourself. Work on new music, work on 20 albums that you can release all in one big box set for $1,000 in 2035. Yeah.
Not bad.
Does that seem unreasonable, Mike Fish?
Doesn't. Some of the people's reactions to this though have made me laugh because obviously a lot of people kind of went, "Oh, this is disgusting." People on Twitter, one person said, "Kanye West decapitating Pete Davidson in his new music video is absolutely disgusting and pathetic. The man's
Definitely
44
pathetic.
and having a completely one-sided feud with this guy." Pete's staying out of this, which is wise.
Pete's best revenge is just sticking it to Kanye's ex-wife. Also, by the way, Miss Kardashian, I think you have a thing for unstable men.
Yeah, she's got a type.
I think this is your type. Maybe you need to reflect on that, please.
It's like first date. By the way, would you say that you've got your life together? No.
Have you ever spent time in a mental institution? Oh boy.
Woo. It's a tingling already. I'll be the doctor, you be in the straitjacket.
Jesus.
OMGZ. So, but then another person who's tried to defend Kanye West
that was very good.
said Eminem brought Eminem into it. Eminem has a whole music video about depicting domestic kidnapping and a murder-suicide with real humans acting it out, which is, if I'm remembering correctly, I believe, was that the one from his first, like Kim, where he was like murdering Kim and a new boyfriend or something?
Eminem's also got a lot of songs about murdering somebody and then killing himself. So he's probably talking about Kim, but it could also be Stan.
But people like bringing that up as almost a defense for Kanye because, well, why are people being so mean to Kanye? It was like, do you remember the reaction to Eminem used to get? Like, he literally has a song about it where he was, there's picket fences, there's people, what's the word? Protesting his show. Like, he got a lot of flack for the stuff he was doing in his music. So, sorry, Kanye, if there's some people saying you're a nasty person on Twitter, could be a lot worse, buddy. Could be a lot worse. But
Kanye
yeah, I think he needs
time off, and he needs to worry about his children, and he needs to have no opinion about where his wife is going. There it is. Or his ex-wife saying, I guess.
Pete Davidson will never see my kids. I bet he already has.
I bet he will. I bet he is. I bet they're there right now. I mean, yeah, this is pathetic, dude. And again, I've been part of the Lonely Hearts Club myself, but you gotta go about this. Is not the way, dude. This is not the way.
Just Kanye, be the bigger man. Just stop it now. Just chill the fuck out.
Yeah, dude. Chill the fuck out. I don't even care about the music video. It's definitely, I don't know if it's disgusting, but it is pathetic. and he needs to stop.
It's like not even like anything to get angry about or like, oh my god, this is disgraceful. It's just like you're just like, oh my god. Like it's almost sad to watch. It's like, oh dear,
It is
how
sad
far
to
it's
watch.
got now. I just hope it doesn't go any further. Like because after a while, I mean, even though he's only doing it from afar, I guess through social media and his music videos.
Well,
After a while, I'm pretty sure there could be like abuse or what's it called, harassment and things like that. He could get into some.
Yeah,
This could lead down a dark rabbit hole for old Mr. West.
If he doesn't just put a pause on this, it's not going to go anywhere positive. It can only end badly. There you go.
There you go. Well, I'm sure we'll see an update on this story eventually, but that's that for this story. Moving on to the next stories, still in the music industry, but a little bit less intense. But Dua Lipa is in a little bit of a issue, a little bit of a pickle, because she is being sued. What was that? What are you drinking?
Don't worry about it. That is some just green apple flavored water. Go ahead.
You're not drinking hard stuff tonight?
I am. I've always got a rotation going here. I got my coffee over here. I got some water over here. I got green apple water. I got my rum. We're all over the place. I didn't want to interrupt you. I'm sorry.
No, interesting. I've only got two.
I've got my
drinks.
vape pen. I stay hydrated here at Camp Kush. So
lovely, jubbly. So Dua Lipa is getting sued for her song "Levitating," with other songwriters claiming
lawsuit.
Yeah, claiming that she copied their songs. So there's been a couple out. So the first one was from a band called Article Sound System that said her 2020 smash hit "Levitating" was a ripoff of their song "Live Your Life." Now, before we talk about that, then a second lawsuit has been brought out by two other songwriters. According to the Hollywood Reporter, songwriters L. Russell Brown and Sandy Linzer have filed a copyright lawsuit against the musician, claiming she copied two of their songs to create "Levitating." A complaint reportedly filed in Manhattan federal court accuses Dua Lipa of copying their 1979 track "Wiggle and Giggle All Night," performed by Corey Day, and 1980s song "Don Diablo," performed by Miguel Bose. Now, you have listened to "Live Your Life" by Article Sound System, right?
Yeah, just before we started recording tonight, even.
And I have listened to all three of the songs mentioned here. We'll start off with the obvious one, "Live Your Life" by Article Sound System. As soon as I heard that, I was like, ew. Because that is...
No es bueno.
Incredibly specific. Like, it's like not even just the music, the beat, the tempo, even some of the lyrics are the same. The cadence of the word, like the lyrics, the vocals. Sorry, it's incredibly similar to that. So I think that one, she might be in a little bit of a,
that one is going to end in a. It's not going to go to trial, but those folks are going to get paid.
It's going to be settled outside of court, and she'll end up having to give them a bunch of money and maybe give them like writing credits or whatever for "Levitating."
Yes, and additional royalties from here on out. So thank God there's YouTube. I was able to listen to "Levitate," which actually Dua Lipa has been my pandemic singer for the past 700 plus days. Like, I'm a big fan. I think she's awesome, but I've recognized that like all of her music kind of sounds like something else. One of my favorite videos that she does, "Don't Stop Now," it is very influenced by Gloria Estefan and the Miami Sound Machine. Like, I was like, for a minute, I was like, oh, did Gloria Estefan's producer produce this? No, she's got like 25 fucking producers for her 2020 album, okay? And there's maybe 14 songs. That math is bad. Anyway, YouTube also has a professional channel by a dude whose name is Rick Beato. It looks like Rick Beato, but Beato. He's a composer. He actually he plays Article Sound Systems version. He plays her version. He then merges the two together. It's very, very distinct. And he's like, Article Sound System is doing A, B, and C. Dua Lipa is doing A, B, C, A. Okay, just because I don't understand notes and all that. That's so like, other than this one variant, it's nearly identical. And someone in her camp definitely took that song.
Well, yeah, 100%. Yeah, I'm not saying she did, but someone within her circle there has definitely taken that song big time and not brought anyone.
It might even have been an accident. Sure, okay, but it's 100% this group's melody.
They're definitely going to get paid out of this. However, L. Russell Brown and Sandy Linzer, I think those ones are a bit of a stretch. I listened to those, and there's like, because you're trying to hear it, you're kind of like, okay, maybe that bit, but because you're trying to find it rather than. So I think those ones are not going to get anything, if I'm going to be honest. But
without having heard their songs, the best case scenario for them is that shit gets thrown out of court. Otherwise, they're going to get sued by Article Sound System because it's their song.
Well, yeah, if Article Sound System wins this lawsuit, then Dua Lipa hasn't ripped you off, you've ripped them off. So maybe you should shut the fuck up. But here's my theory. This is where I get really conspiracy theory, tinfoil hat. Because it's almost changed. Like, if you can get around it, if you can get around, like, maybe the legal fees or maybe but if you're looking to up your YouTube numbers, just claim someone big stole your song, even if it's ludicrous, because as soon as that news comes out, everyone's flocking to YouTube to listen to the song to see if it sounds similar. So just get your YouTube numbers up, make some money off of YouTube, and then worst case, you have to pay some legal fees to take it out the YouTube money. Boom.
I don't think it works that way. But here's a big problem that Article Sound System is facing is they're just this super independent reggae group, whereas Dua Lipa, she's under contract by Warner Brothers, and their lawyers have lawyers. Like this could end bad for Article Sound System if it's spun Warner Brothers' way. And I
can't see how that would happen. Though.
Again, the song was done in 2017. It's now 2022. Dua Lipa's version came out in 2020 and was a hit on the charts for a very long time. So it took them a while to find a lawyer and then get that paperwork forwarded to get them in the queue for this lawsuit that's coming up. So like this, they still have a long road ahead of them, assuming they do win. But they should, because it's their song. And yeah, big oops on Team Dua Lipa.
Hashtag I stand with Article Sound System.
Whoa. What?
Well, now you've made me doubt that they might even win this. And now I'm like, oh, they're the little guy.
They might not win this. Again, it's literally an independent rock band versus a major corporate conglomerate. Like, yeah, they got a journey ahead of them, and hopefully their lawyers don't take all the money.
Well, now you've just upset me.
Yeah, sorry. I'm sorry, buddy.
You ruined my Wednesday.
I bring the realism. I'm the straight man.
Whatever. Anyway, good luck to all involved. But yeah,
yes,
we'll see how that goes. Again, another story where we might see a follow-up coming up soon. All right. Well, still to come on this week's Waffle Box, we'll be playing this week's movie quiz with testing Kush's knowledge. Obviously, you're talking about the Batman, but coming up after the break, we'll be talking about this week's Dumb World Record of the Week. See you after the break. Hey, you. Yes, you. Was you thinking of having that beer? But my friend, it's only 10 a.m. Won't everyone judge you for drinking this early? Well, don't worry, we've got just the thing to help you. Your very own Waffle Box mug. And now, everyone will just think you're drinking coffee, so you can enjoy your morning beer judgment-free. Go to wafflemerch.com to get yours today. Welcome back to Waffle Box. Like I say, still to come, we've got the Batman movie review, the feel-good story of the week. But now, coming up, we've got my new favorite segment is coming up. I really enjoyed looking up some of these world records that have made their way into the Guinness Book of World Records.
They are fun.
I was talking to my buddy Alex, who I do the Claret and Big Blue podcast with every Tuesday.
Great
on
show.
YouTube and Twitch. Whereas the deeper I go into finding these world records, it's kind of like it's I'm less impressed with the world records, but I'm more impressed with the fact of like, if the Guinness Book of World Records are like, yeah, we're gonna verify this. What are the ones where they're like, that's too crazy for us?
Well,
like what?
I mean, they have that. They'll investigate anything, but again, the thing is, you got to pay for their airfare and lodge, and probably their meals as well. So, if you're that committed, if you're that financially committed to getting this record in the book, they'll check it out, and odds are you might get in that book.
Maybe we need to start our own Waffle Box.
Are we going to kickstart a world record, Mike Fish?
No, I was saying we should start our own book of world records and then be like, hey, has anyone in Aruba got a world record they want us to verify? And we could just get all expense paid trips to these nice places. Genius, right?
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I mean, I don't really like to travel too much, man. Like
I'll go then. Jeez, why are you being so selfish?
You're being selfish.
Anyway, right, let's break into this week's dumb world record of the week.
What is it?
Why?
Why? Why would I? Why? Why?
Why? Why? Why? Why? Why would you want to do that?
Why indeed? This week's dumbest world record takes us from Australia last week all the way to Nova Scotia, Canada, or America's hat, as it is also known. So this teenager from Nova Scotia combined two of his hobbies to set a Guinness World Record by solving 211 Rubik's Cubes whilst bouncing on a pogo stick.
I mean, that's either one of those is a skill, and he merged them. So that's this.
Indeed.
Big brain thoughts there. Big brain thoughts.
So this kid's name's Saul Hafting, 16 years old, spent
16.
an hour and 12 minutes solving 211 Rubik's Cubes whilst bouncing on his pogo stick, which just doing the quick maths is, so an hour and 12 minutes, that's what, 72 minutes?
72 minutes.
211 divided by 72. That means he's doing like 3 a minute.
Wow. Yeah, and still keeping his balance on the goddamn pogo stick, which is already a challenge in its oneself.
How tough are these Rubik's Cubes to solve? If it's like, is it just kind of like they're all just set up for him and he just picks it up, one turn, click, up, solve, next one, click.
I mean, you have to imagine they're all at random. Someone maybe even shook them up a little more, but like those folks who do the Rubik's Cubes, they get that shit quickly, man. Like you either got it or you don't on that one. And 212 in 72 minutes. That's on a pogo stick. That's pretty incredible, dude. I know we're supposed to be making fun of this, but like I'm impressed.
Well, there's still more to the story. So he was quoted as saying, "I would bounce on a pogo stick as long as I could, as many days of the week I could. he told the Global News. So I would bounce on it for 10 minutes, and that's all I could do. And then I bounce on it the next day for a little longer. Hafter said that once he reached the 45-minute mark on the pogo stick, he learned to wear knee pads under his pants to keep from getting blisters. Smart man. The teenager said he started solving Rubik's Cubes about 6 years ago after a friend showed him a technique. I was absolutely mind blown, he said. I couldn't comprehend that someone could solve a Rubik's Cube I couldn't solve a Rubik's Cube in like under a minute because he's 16. After that, I would do it all day, every day for like 6 years. And then he said, so here we are.
Wow. And where is this kid from again?
Nova Scotia, Canada.
Wow, there's nothing going on in Nova Scotia, Canada, to the fact that this kid is dedicated, at least an hour to doing a pogo stick in his backyard, and then countless hours in his room just Rubik's Cubing it, which could be a whole other thing. That's another show.
Well, that's where it was like.
But it got to the point where he's like, I'm so bored with this pogo stick, toss me a Rubik's Cube.
Or his parents like, what are you doing in there? What are you doing in there? I'm solving a Rubik's Cube.
Nothing. Just solving a Rubik's Cube. Mom, shut up.
Oh, you've
break the record.
You've been in there quite a long time. You're trying to break a world record. Fuck. Now he's like, oh shit, I better do it. Dirty boy. Dirty boy.
Dirty boy. Yeah. I mean, again, and guess what? This kid is not jerking it, and he's not smoking dope. But at some point, it was just like, give me the pogo stick and the Rubik's Cube at the same time. Like,
yeah, I was gonna say, how do you know he's not smoking? But like, because not to be too stereotypical here, but I was like, what if I could solve the Rubik's Cube?
Because he's that.
Well,
he is that
a pogo
bored,
stick,
man. He is last man on earth bored.
He does sound.
He is Groundhog's Day Bill Murray bored. Like, I've done this so many times. Like,
all I do all day is bounce on this pogo stick. Give me that Rubik's Cube.
Yeah.
Bless him.
That's amazing. This again, we were supposed to make fun of this, but I'm impressed. N16. Yeah. I can't do a Rubik's Cube, and I couldn't do a pogo stick at 16. But I was smoking dope and jerking off a lot too. So
I'll do it now.
Oh shit. Like, not on YouTube. We're gonna get a flag.
Oh, I was talking about the Rubik's Cube, you saucy devil, but there you go. Anyway, there we go. Shout out to Mr. Man, Nova Scotia, with the bouncing pogo stick. I look forward to hearing where their world records take us next week. But now we move on to, before we head over to the movie review, which, of course, spoiler alert, is the Batman. So I'm going to test, before we get into Kush's movie review about the Batman. Well, I guess I should play the music, really.
Play the music.
Play the music. Ba, 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 ba.
Kush's movie review.
Fantastic. Yes, so
I love that I have music.
What?
I love that I have music. I'm van like that.
It's so epic.
Oh, play it again. Yes.
Yeah.
Kush's movie review.
I don't even know who that guy is. His movie review. Anyway, he's from the 1940s, apparently. But yes, Batman. So we're going to test Kush's knowledge in 30 seconds on the Batman. So what I found were all of the actors that have portrayed the Batman.
Okay, 6 of them.
In movies.
7 of them.
But I'm also counting voice actors from animated movies, but they have to be movies. Okay?
I do. I know. Yes.
Okay.
I already know.
All right. You have a lot more confidence than you were about the Dave
I'm feeling very confident about this. Like, you didn't give me any notes about this. I'm just like, yeah. I said 6, and then you're like, No, every movie. And I was like, all right, the voice actors too. All right, bring it, Mike Fish.
All right. So your 30 seconds
30
begins
seconds.
now.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
All right,
George Clooney.
Okay,
Val
so wait.
Kilmer.
Jeez, yeah, you lost all the tension there. All right. So sorry,
I
band.
thought we were still getting to. You want me to name everybody? You
Yeah.
want me to name all 7? Is
What did you
asked.
think I wanted you to do?
I thought you were giving me a question still.
No, just name them all. Right. Okay. So name all the actors / voice actors that play Batman in movies. Right. Okay. Take 2. Your 30-second countdown starts now.
Michael Keaton, Val Kilmer, George Clooney, Christian Bale, fucking Ben Affleck, Robert Pattinson, and the voiceover guy I want to say is Kevin Dunn, but I'm probably botched his last name there. That's
Still got
it.
some time on the clock.
I
Dig
got nothing
deeper.
else. Got nothing else.
Boom, 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 boom.
Oh, Will Arnett,
Oh, buzzer beater
the
there.
Lego.
The Lego movie.
Or
So
the-
yeah, you got
the
Michael
Lego movie.
Keaton, Val Kilmer, George Clooney, Will Arnett, Christian Bale, Ben Affleck, Robert Pattinson. You missed a couple though.
Missed a couple? Okay.
So So there was Lewis Wilson,
Who?
Robert Lowry, both
Okay.
who played Batman in motion pictures before Adam West.
Oh, you're funny. Okay, yeah, Adam West. I should have had Adam West there. Batman the movie.
Apparently, a man named Kevin Conroy also voiced Batman.
Kevin
in
Conroy
animated-
is the animated guy
That's
who
the
I thought
Kevin
was
Dunn guy, I guess. Yep. And then just to be really pedantic, there was a young one, Dante Pieria Olsen, who I believe played a young Bruce Wayne in the Joker movie.
Oh, fuck you. No,
Yeah,
he
I'm
doesn't
not going to
count.
hold that one against you, that one. But yeah, that's technically on
He
the
doesn't
list.
count.
Oh, you
But
got
I
1,
definitely.
2,
Sounds
3,
like I missed.
4, 5, 6. You got
I got
7.
6 for sure. I
7.
got 7.
So you got the
Alright.
7 that you was bragging about before the clock. That was good.
Good for
Anyway,
me.
moving
fun.
on to Mr. Twilight himself, Robert Pattinson. Kush, how was the Batman?
Batman is a fantastic movie. It's got great acting. It's got great direction. It looks fantastic. It's got amazing action, an incredible story, a really nice wrap up, Mike Fish. And then it goes on for another hour after 2 hours. All right.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
We had
goes
this
on for about
incredible
4
murder
hours.
mystery going on. It's a 3-hour film, but we had this incredible murder mystery happening, and why is it happening, and blah 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 blah. And then, despite the fact that we got our guy, the Batman gets his guy at the end, Mike Fish, we still have to save Gotham from a huge threat, and it's just like, just
There's
No.
global warming.
I didn't need it.
We have to recycle.
That would have been funny too. But yeah, dude. So it's really good. I wish normally I'm always like, you need to shave off 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes. Studio 666 last week. I was like, this movie needs a half hour missing from it. No, the Batman needs to be only 2 hours. It doesn't need to be 3 hours. I know that's a trend for our big superhero films. No, this thing could have been a tight 2 hours. You know what? You want to have Batman save Gotham? Make that a fucking cliffhanger and then start the Batman part 2. Or that would have been way better. Then he's just a little more seasoned, but no, like, nah. Robert Pattinson, I don't know why people got their panties in a bunch. He was good. The folks that do casting for these big blockbusters, they usually know what they're doing. And yeah, there's not been a bad Batman. Even George Clooney, who's been in the worst Batman, wasn't a bad Batman. You know?
I think after Michael Keaton, who's a lot of people consider him as the best Batman. But I know what I'm saying is that I remember from even as early as that, I think it's just pretty much every person they announced as Batman, everyone was like, "What? No, I want him. I don't want Val Kilmer. Oh, I don't want George Clooney. Oh, I don't want Christian Bale." There's always complaining about it, and then they always ended up being a pretty good Batman. And I think
I know there was problems with Michael Keaton, but I was also 10 years old, so I didn't have any insider knowledge. I didn't have a subscription to Variety. Twitter and social media is not a thing, but when it came out, like, everybody loved it. I know after Val Kilmer became a thing, people started making comparisons, but then they had to have seen the film for that to be a thing. And then George Clooney came
very
in.
good.
I agree. Val Kilmer makes a better Batman, and Michael Keaton made a good Bruce Wayne. That was where people were on the center line about.
Similar to Christian Bale. Christian Bale, I thought he was a fantastic Bruce Wayne.
He might be the best Batman, and Ben Affleck can also be in that discussion too. But when Ben Affleck became the new Batman, that's when this controversy started. And then the folks that don't go see movies had a problem with Robert Pattinson because for some reason all they knew is Twilight. I have never seen a Twilight film, Mike.
He was in Harry Potter, wasn't he, as well?
He's probably going to be pretty fucking good in this movie. And by the way, he's pretty fucking good in this movie, dude, to the point where, there's not a lot of Bruce Wayne in the Batman. We're still not doing spoilers. Bruce Wayne, barely a thing in this thing. It's a lot of the Batman. And when the Batman is on screen, you forget it's Robert Pattinson. It's only when he's Bruce Wayne. I'm like, oh shit, Robert Pattinson in this. That's right. I forgot.
Speaking of other actors playing Batman, not to get too sidetracked here, but have you seen the trailer for is it The League of Super Pets or something? The animated.
Yes, that was actually a trailer for the Batman. And it looks cute. I don't think I'll see it because I don't have a child. And all my nieces and nephews are grown up.
I'm 100%.
Are you? Okay.
Oh, yeah. What?
In the theater?
Oh, I don't know about that. I'll wait for it.
Okay, well, there you go. See, that's what I'm talking about. Anyone can watch this shit on Netflix.
Oh, yeah. God knows. I'm not going to. Yeah, I'm not going to watch that in the movie theater because that would be unbearable, I'm sure. But yeah, Kevin Hart, The Rock. And speaking of Batman, as soon as I just saw that trailer, I was like, oh my God, I never thought about Keanu Reeves as Batman, but he does a good Batman voice.
It was cute. I enjoyed it. I was like, yeah, I kind of want to watch that. I didn't think I did. And also the John Wick comparison, if no one's making that, I'm going to throw that out there. He's all about I'm going to hang out with this pit bull now. All right. That's my thing.
I'm going to be dark and brooding.
Mm-hmm.
I thought like this. At what during I know we're not talking about spoilers, but during the movie, does Robert Pattinson say the famous words, "I'm Batman"?
No, this motherfucker keeps calling himself Vengeance. And he's like, "I am Vengeance." He doesn't say, "I am the Night." He doesn't say, "I am Batman." He doesn't say any of the usual Batman tropes. He's like, "I am Vengeance," and that somehow sticks. It's by the way, "I am Vengeance" is his internal narrative that only the audience hears, but Catwoman, who never gets called Catwoman.
Also, we hear inside Batman's head.
Batman has a narrative.
Oh, that's pretty interesting.
For a good chunk of this movie. He should have more of a narrative. It's a weird thing that they just drop off. But yeah, the Penguin's like, "Hey, Vengeance, what do you want to do here?" And Catwoman, who never goes by Catwoman's like, "Hey, Vengeance, blah 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 blah." There's a lot of cool in this movie, dude. And I didn't have any aspirations that it was going to be bad. And I'm happy to say it is not a bad movie, but that last hour can be completely wiped out of the film and it would be a better film.
All I'm thinking is at some point during the filming of this, when he first goes, "I'm Vengeance," I just have the image of the director being like, "Cut! No, You're Batman. I'm Batman. And then action. I am vengeance. Cuts. Robert. And then there's India just going with it.
Well, I
That's
gotta
what I
tell you,
like
no, this is all voiceover. Mike Fish, you're gonna get to see this movie in less than 40 days from the publishing of this video we are on. Okay,
You know what I'm
this
hoping
is
they
coming
do, though?
straight to HBO Max.
I'm hoping in a like an alternative take to how they normally do. I hope there's a director's cut that's shorter. I'm hoping that happens. That'd be
Ooh,
nice.
That's not a director's cut. Most likely shorter. No.
Yeah, it's good. Now with 4 hours of Batman actions. Oh no.
No. So directors never want their movies to be shorter. They always want them to be longer. And that's why we have the director's cut. Otherwise, studios used to be really good about like, yeah, keep this thing to an hour 40. Yeah, we want to get this movie seen as many times as possible. We want to get as many screenings, and if we have a 3-hour movie, then we can only maybe do like 3 to 4 screenings in a theater. We want like 12 of them. That's how these movies make their money, is repetitiveness. But everyone's trying to like just swing dick right now. Like, my movie needs to be 3 hours long. It doesn't.
Their movie's gonna be 3 hours long. I want mine to be 3 hours and 10 minutes long.
Yeah, right. Like when the Avengers did it, they were fucking wrapping up a 10 years worth of storyline.
Yeah, it made sense.
All right.
Because it was like 20 stories all culminating.
Yes, all of the above. But Batman, this is the newest Batman. He's just starting out. It's year 2. 2 hours, 2 solid hours. This movie would be a 5 out of 5 because it's an extra hour that I feel we don't need in this iteration. It's a 4 out of 5, but it's still a fantastic movie. It's very dark, and what I mean is it's hard to see. Like, thankfully I saw it on a super huge screen. I was very close and I could see everything, but I have every expectation this is going to be difficult to watch on my beautiful 4K TV in less than 40 days on HBO Max.
And also, before we move on, I believe Robert Pattinson's returning as Bruce Wayne in The Flash.
Nah, maybe.
I'm
Michael
pretty
Keaton's
sure
definitely going to be in the new Flash movie.
Michael Keaton's going to be old man Batman, but for some reason I saw somewhere that Robert Pattinson's going to be a younger version. So he's going to be like kind of like bouncing.
I would not be surprised. It would absolutely make sense, but this is actually, as long as the Flashpoint movie has been a discussion, I've not heard anything about Robert Pattinson being a part of it. But yeah, he should be. We're doing multiverse shit.
I saw.
You shouldn't be. Based
when I was
on
looking at the
everything we
voice
just talked about, he
the
should be.
I'm pretty sure I saw that listed down, but I could be wrong. But anyway.
No, I bet you're 100% correct on that, and just no one's been thinking about it because everyone thought Robert Pattinson was a joke. He's very good in this. Zoe Saldana. Zoe Kravitz is very good in this. Colin Farrell is very good in this. And God damn it.
Is he the Penguin?
Paterno. He is Penguin. And he shouldn't. He's buried under all that makeup, man, and you don't know it's him. Like,
who's the Riddler?
Award. Riddler is Paul Dano. You've seen him in movies such as like 12 Years a Slave, which I did not see, but he was also the creep in Hugh Jackman's Prisoners. Did you see that one?
No.
Okay, that's a hard one to sit through, which is also weird because Hugh Jackman is the Wolverine and the Wolverine is a murder machine. But like, you watch this movie, like, oh my god, I can't believe Hugh Jackman's like just torturing Paul Dano here. Oh my god, this is terrible.
Ew. Fair. 4 out of 5 to the Batman. Should have been shorter.
Very strong 4 out of 5. Should be definitely shorter. But it's a good movie. Check it out. Believe the hype.
Check it out.
I'll say believe the hype with a handicap.
Oh. All right. So moving on to our final segment of this week. What?
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Kush is ready to go to bed. He's ready for this to be over.
I'm ready to hear about the fucking best story of the week, dude. I got the copy on this, and I'm excited about it.
Time for this week's feel good movie. Feel good movie? Feel good story of the week.
It's the coolest fucking story I've ever heard in my entire life. That's insane. Can I hear it again?
Oh, yeah. New intro music since Rufus sued us last week. We knew it was going to happen. We knew it was going to happen, but yeah, copyright strike. Never mind. It was good 1 week. This week, this is kind of a feel-good story, but also this is going to be one of those stories where we need to dive a little bit deeper to find what's going on here. But a man from Honduras had his wallet. He lost his wallet in Times Square.
Jesus Christ.
And he managed to get the wallet returned to him intact with all the contents inside. Wow. Which is pretty impressive, right? So
I saw the dollar amount of those contents.
Yeah, I'm going to get to that in a minute.
That's incredible. That's incredible.
So Eduardo Martinez, who works near Broadway, said he was rushing to work Wednesday morning when he dropped his wallet in Times Square, which was packed with tourists, obviously.
I don't know how you guys do that, FYI. How do you drop your fucking wallet?
I don't know. I've never dropped my wallet in Times Square.
I know, right?
For like
Keep that shit right here, blood. It doesn't fucking fall out.
Martinez said he was searching for the lost wallet when he was approached by two police officers who told him the wallet had been turned over by a fellow commuter who found it on the ground. Okay, I'm going to break this down because it's just getting... Okay. Police confirmed the information on Martinez's identification and handed over the wallet. The man was pleasantly surprised to discover the $4,000 that was in the wallet was still inside.
That's a lot of money, yo.
So, okay, don't worry, hey, that is a feel-good story of the week. Wow. The man lost his wallet in Times Square. Managed to get it back with all the contents inside. That's incredible. Feel good story. Now, this is where we need to break shit down.
Break it down, Mike Fish.
Why? What was this guy up to? Why did he have $4,000 in cash in his wallet? Because
going to the Western Union and sending money back to his family in Honduras or Guatemala or whatever the country was. Honduras, yeah.
Oh, I guess that sounds likely, I guess. You kind of ruined my cynicalness. No, he wasn't. He was rushing to work. But no, you don't do that because you go from the... Yeah, no, I'm not believing that. Because if you were going to do that, you just for security reasons, in case you lost your wallet, you would go straight from point A to B. You wouldn't... I was going to draw out $4,000, pop to work, and then during my lunch break, no, you're not going to do that.
He's from Honduras. There's no ATM for him. He's been hiding that shit forever.
No.
He got it into the smallest bills he could get it into, which is probably just hundreds. And then after a couple months of some really hard, sweaty labor, somehow lost his fucking wallet, which is still baffling to me. But here's the greatest thing, dude. Like, some dude found that wallet and they were like, oh my god, someone needs this $4,000, and they didn't take it. Okay, that could have just happened. Times Square, like, I've been to Times Square. You could literally sit in a chair on a corner in Times Square at 9 o'clock at night when the sun is completely down. It is pitch black, and thankfully all of the lights surrounding you could read a book with. Okay, that's how much traffic is going on there. Like, no one, whoever found that wallet, just been like, I need to get this money to its owner. A cop. New York doesn't have all the greatest cops in the world. All right, like there's some great ones there, and like, apparently this money found its way to the good cops because that money did not go missing. Like, there's so many things that could have gone wrong with this story, and that man got his money back, and that is why this is the best story of the week, Mike Fish. Thank you for picking it out.
You're welcome. What I want to know is what this guy was doing, how he was acting when he lost his wallet, because this part of the story says that when he was searching for his lost wallet, he was approached by 2 police officers who told him his wallet had been found. So what was this guy doing for these 2 police officers to go, hey, you know that wallet? I think that's his. Like,
What
what
a
was...
terrifying situation, too, because you need your ID. And clearly they have your ID. And this could go super sideways.
Well, because they were like, I would be able to say, well, pull out the ID and hold it next to my face. It's me. It's me. But in the same, maybe because I'm not everyone, especially the people that are in Times Square. But I can, in a weird way, I can understand why the wallet was returned with everything intact, because this is a judgment-free zone here, right? If I'm walking around Times Square and I see like a $20 bill, I'm going, oh, finders keepers. Thanks very much. I'm keeping that $20. However, if I find a wallet and it has $4,000,
someone's looking for that money.
I'm thinking, okay, either one, I'm being watched. This is like something's up here. This is like what, or this is sketchy money. Either way, I do not want any part of this. So I'm immediately finding the closest police officer. This is your problem now. Thank you. Goodbye. Bye. So I can
Which
understand.
is probably how this went down.
Yeah. So Eduardo
no one went
Martinez,
like, oh, some dude from Honduras is missing his money. We should get this back to him as quickly as possible and efficiently. Like, someone went like, yeah, someone's missing this money. We need to get it back to them.
what was it like? There's no, as far, unless I'm missing a trick here, there is no dollar bill bigger than $100 bill, right?
There's a $1,000 bill.
I'm pretty sure
There's a $500 bill.
I'm pretty sure this guy hasn't got those though. That would be super sketchy.
No, those are.
But
so whenever
so
you
what you're
watch
thinking
the
is,
big hostage movie, they always ask for like, we want X amount of dollars in unmarked bills. Like everything basically over a 50 is a marked bill.
I hate when I get given $100 bills. I'm like, oh fuck's sake. Because you have to take it straight to the
those
bank.
$100 bills are definitely more traceable than the $50 bill, more traceable than the $20 bill, than the $5.
But the reason why I say that though is how thick was this wallet? There are $100 bills. That's 40 bills. That's a, and then you got to try to fold that shit.
Yeah, which is why how did that fall out of your pocket?
You'd notice that suddenly falling out your pocket. Oh my god!
I would hope you would. Some people don't.
My back pocket has suddenly become 20 pounds lighter. Oh, Eduardo, you lucky son of a gun. Hope you're not doing anything naughty. Well, we're just happy you got money back. Oh, there you go. That was this week's feel-good story of the week, even though I kind of looked at it weird. Anyway, good for him. Good for him. So before we wrap this week's Waffle Box up, we got a lot of content to talk to you about other than this episode that you just listened to. On the Bosnet family, the Bosnet brand. What have people got to look forward to in the next 7 calendar days?
Check out Microdose number 107, and I'm going to talk to Unnamed Footage Festival founders from the Overlook Theater. It's Unnamed Found Footage number 5. So it's my favorite time of the year. You guys should be a part of that if you're in San Francisco proper. Otherwise, there will be an online version of it in April. We'll get back to that much later.
Probably around April.
Mm-hmm.
That it?
We'll hear about it.
No kick-ass movie theater or anything this week?
Next Tuesday.
Following
Tuesday. Don't worry about it.
We'll get to that. On the Waffle Box feed in the last 7 days, we've had you can look forward, or you can look back on if you missed it, the interview I did with Ethan Johnson, aka YouTuber Fine Wine 216, on That Mike Fish Show, which is also available on all the audio platforms, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Audible, iHeartRadio, Google Pods, and things like that. Also, you can check that out on the YouTube page. Also, exclusive to the YouTube and the Twitch channel, which you can find at twitch.tv/WaffleBoxPod, or go to enjoywafflebox.com and go to the YouTube page. I did a late night syrup live interview with Jeremy from the Classic Rock Guitar Podcast, which is an awesome chat. Went over an hour and 20 minutes where we ended up talking about the creative process behind podcasting, his podcast, classic rock. What is classic rock? What is defined as classic rock? We even dabbled in a little bit of professional wrestling because he had an affinity with wrestling from back in the 70s. So we dabbled with that. It's pretty cool conversation. Check that out. Go to enjoywafflebox.com and hit up, like I said, the YouTube or the Twitch channel to watch that. But until next week, make sure you do hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you are watching on YouTube, if you are listening on all those platforms audibly. Again, make sure you follow us. If you would like to support the show, of course, tell your friends, family, and your pets about this show. Share it, get them all involved. We do appreciate it. Follow us at WaffleboxPod on all social media networks, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. I am at Mr. Mike Fish. He is
at Kush_Hayes.
beautifully done. But also remember, don't forget to take care of yourselves and each other.